Well, kia ora, fellow classmates. We're back again for another cool edition of Where Are They Now? Now, the next old boy of the school you will all know, he was a bit of a rock and roller at school, and he's still a bit of a rock and roller. I myself and my wife have had the privilege of rekindling and reconnecting and becoming friends with our next old boy over the last few years, which has been pretty awesome. Now, he featured on the first series of The Block. So he became a little bit of a TV celebrity there for a little while. And he just came across as a real genuine, true blue kind of guy, which is why he and his wife actually won the People's Choice Award, because he was so relatable to every other Kiwi that was watching the program. So for a lot of you haven't seen or heard from him, but here he is. Without further ado, please welcome the one and only Tyson Hill. G'day, Tyson. How are you?
Yeah, cool. Huge choice, bro. How you doing, mate?
I'm doing really well, mate. And thanks again for joining us. I know the guys will be really keen to hear from you and what you've been up to. I know we're experiencing a little bit of lag in our internet connection, but that's okay. We'll work through it. Mate, you're looking well. I'm loving the beard. You're looking good.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I get told on a daily basis it's got to go, but it's not going to go.
Oh, well done. Hey,
you know how it is. Once you get one, eh?
Well, this is it. I love mine. I'm quite attached to it now. It's the first time I've ever had one, so it's been pretty cool. It's the lockdown. For me, it was the lockdown beard that never went away.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, before we start, a couple of things. I can see some big speakers behind you and a guitar and amp. So you're still doing the music thing?
Yes, absolutely. Purely for my own fun. We all know people that spend thousands on fishing and cars. I spend it on that. I don't earn anything from it, but Jingo's it's fun. And my kids are into it, like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, good on you, Tice. Now, again, as in my intro, it was awesome seeing you on the telly, on The Block, on the very first series. Yeah. You and your wife, local girl Rachel Rash, you were bloody awesome. You came across so natural. How was that experience? I mean, was it everything that we saw on the telly? Was it a good experience?
Yeah, no, she was real. It was real, and I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad it came off that way, because during that time you have no idea how you're going to be portrayed. So I think I was lucky with the editors, because there's a lot of stuff you miss.
Oh wow! Hey, have you had a chance to have a look? Have you had a chance to have a look at some of the videos that have come through? What have been your thoughts thus far?
Just absolute joy, to tell you the truth. Huge. Faces I forgot about, you never forget about, but then you're reminded, and it all comes rushing back. Great to see Richard Murphy, hey bro. And Chris Fui, hey bro. And I haven't got through too many of them because being a dad, you're a bit busy, but I'm getting on it, and it's just exciting. It really is. And the thing is, the guys at work, I've been talking to them about it all day, and they're a bit sick of it. They're like, but anyway, no, I carry on. It's exciting. It's
awesome. Now, you and I were actually in the first, first third form class together. We were in 3PB. So old Snaky Peter Blake was our first form teacher. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember Snaky. he was he was he was an intimidating man.
Okay, well, for the rest of the guys, take us back. Can you? And again, we all had different times and experiences, lengths at Stream. Yeah. Can you recap for us why you went to Stream, how many years you were there, and you were a boarder as well. Can you remember your first bay up there in Redwood, and who were your boarding mates? Take us back.
Absolutely. So, the reason I ended up at Stream is my dad always wanted to go to Stream, and he grew up in Hiratonga here in Lower Hutt, and he didn't have the opportunity to go to such a school, and he always wanted to, and he never did. So he sent me, And I think I did him proud. Anyway, so that's how I ended up. That's how I ended up at Stream, and I'm glad I did. And when the opportunity came, I jumped at it. I'm just go see what the hell's happening. A lot of kids don't want to leave mummy, but I was just like, nah, mum, I'm sweet. Let me go. And I tell you what, I can't remember. With us boarders, we were there maybe the weekend before school started, or I think we spent a week there or something like that. I can't even remember. But I'll never forget the swimming pool. And all the older kids said, "Come down to the pool." And it was February, it was hot, you know. We all went down to the pool and they locked the gate. And us third formers got out hiding, and I'll never forget it. And it was just brilliant. It was, scary at the time, but it was your first taste of the brotherhood. We're going to be hard on you, but then there's going to be good fun times. And baptism of fire. I loved it.
Yeah, a couple of the boys have highlighted that seventh form year in particular, the likes of Dave Wallace and whatnot, who were looking after the dorms.
Wallace.
Pretty tough characters back then.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's dead right. And I thought they were so friendly and happy and smiley, but they were smiling because they were going to hold us under the water.
Hey, who was in your? Can you remember who were you next to in your bay when you were boarding? Can you remember?
I had Greg Mokey opposite me, where I learned all my choice guitar chords from.
Nice.
And and he taught me a lot. And I'll never forget the day he, it was the first week he grabbed my. I thought I was pretty good. And he grabbed my guitar and he played "Wanted Dead or Alive," and I just spent the next 2 months just watching everything he did on the guitar.
Wow.
I've had a pretty eventful few.
You'll be happy to know. You'll be happy to know that we'll be talking to Mr. Mookie or Greg Mookie soon. In fact, it's Dr. Mookie now. Yeah.
Wow, the man. He should have kept on playing the guitar.
Yeah. Who else?
Well, the years have been pretty hard to me, so the brain's not what it was. But let me remember. Look, I'll never forget the people like Ben Daly, James Matheson.
Yeah.
The pressure's on now, so I can't actually remember.
That's okay. I'll ask you some questions. So, how many years did you actually stay at Stream, and when did you leave?
I left at the end of fourth form, and I got myself in a bit of trouble, as you do, and I just was told politely to not the right place for you, Mr. Hill. But in saying that, I was still great memories.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you
still great? And you go.
No. I was going to say, and so you left at the end of fourth form, and did you go to another school or schools?
Yeah. And I went to Paparan College for one more year, and then I ended up getting on the bricks and laying some bricks. So did another year at school. But the most time I ever spent at a school was St. Pat Silverstream.
Oh wow! So during your years there, do you remember a particular teacher or anyone that might have that you might have hit it up with or resonated with at school?
Yeah. Mr. Dobb. Mr. Dobb, is that correct? Is that his name?
Who was it? Carry on. What did he teach?
Mathematics. I'm sure he is our homeroom teacher.
Mr. Dobb.
He's an Irishman. Maybe I've got his name wrong.
Mr. Boyle?
No.
Not Des Boyle. He might be right, actually. Mr. Dobson. You might be right, T. I might be losing my marbles.
I think I am. Yeah, no, that's all right. We'll lose them together.
Okay, no, that's all right. Now, carry on.
Hugo McNaught.
Yeah, totally.
The names come back slowly, The names come back slowly.
Nah, that's right. Hey, now, did you play any sport at school?
Yeah, no, I wasn't really much of a sportsman actually. I was good on the old athletics. I like that. It's here. I remember my old man come to see me play rugby one day, and he was ashamed because I was the cleanest person on the field. But you know, but that's the thing. You know, I would spend most of my time like trying to hang out at the in the music room, and so that was where I was at. And so the school I went to afterwards had a massive, huge music program, which was very, very good. They had a band that went around the whole country, so I got involved in that. So
wow,
just
awesome.
got pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Hey, Kate, here's a couple of quick fire questions for you, nice and easy. So what's your what's your occupation? What do you do now?
Well, I work for Hire a Hubby, so I'm a maintenance man and jack of all trades and a master of none.
Nice.
But I laid bricks for years, and it's pretty hard on the old body, you know. So I put that away, and you close your eyes and you just see nothing but bricks if you lay so many. So yeah, no, it's good to get away from them and do something different.
Yeah,
and I help a lot of old ladies.
Oh, you'd be good at that, Tyson.
Fix a lot of gates, drink a lot of cups of teas.
Nice.
You know, it's quite a fulfilling job. It's very fulfilling.
Yeah. Well done. Now, listen, family, tell us about your wife and your children.
Well, my wife is great, Rachel, and some of you might know. And we've got two gorgeous kids, Otis and Issa. Otis is 14 and Issa is 8. And Otis is just like his old man, except a lot more innocent and a better musician. So yeah, he's nothing like me.
Hey, so here's a question for you. I believe your beautiful wife Rach is a lovely Samoan girl. So have you got into the Samoan culture at all, or the food, or do you know any of the language?
Liai. I dabble because otherwise you don't know what's been said about you.
Fair enough too. All right, now listen, two last questions, nice and easy. Again, it's sort of getting back to what you can remember of Stream. Is there anything at all that sticks out in your mind? Some guys have mentioned, as I said, a sports team or a teacher. There's been a couple of names mentioned, Bro Bede, for example. Anything that really sticks out for you in your time?
Yeah, brother Bede, what a fantastic man. And I remember having a few, you know, the boys, they individually had a few boring, lonely nights, and Bede would look after you. And I remember one night he looked after me, and I was a bit sad, and he played Bruce Springsteen, big Bruce Springsteen fan. And so we sat there for a couple of hours in the dorm, just in his office there, listening to Bruce Springsteen on a little tape cassette. And I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget the big games. The big games. I'll never forget them.
Yeah.
They were good. They were good. Yeah.
Wow.
And the up and coming, the talented sportsmen that were big in the school that you knew were going somewhere, and they'd get their shot and they'd turn it on, and you know, just that pride. You know, I really did enjoy that part of Stream, and I'll never forget it.
Well, what a special
that main field. That was and then I drive.
What a special memory you've got with Brother Bede that you just mentioned there. That's something special that you'll never forget.
Yeah, and I caught up with him probably 11 years ago, just walking down the street, and do you know what? He was in his genitals and he was smoking, and I was just, there's Bede. I couldn't believe it, and he remembered me, and I thought that was lovely.
Wow. Hey, and where are you living now? Where's home for you now?
We're in Hiratonga, right next door to St. Pat Silver Stream. Drive past it every day.
Wow.
And that baby blue and white is just everywhere, and it's a nice thing to see.
Awesome, awesome, Ty. Now, last question is, A lot of boys are going to be watching this who know you, who you know. Have you got a message or a little shout out that you'd like to say to them?
This guy blindsided me, and I think it's awesome that he did. And I'm just really looking forward to hopefully catching up with all of you. Good memories, fellas.
Oh, it's awesome, Tyson. Well, listen, as we come to an end, I know many guys will be stoked to watch you and see and hear from you. And just quietly, you did do really well in that block, series 1, where you and Rachel were just perceived as you are, and I think that was the magic of that whole series. So as we finish
Thanks,
up,
mate.
Tyson, an absolute pleasure to talk and see you again. Thanks for joining us, brother, and we hope that we can all catch up with you, hopefully maybe at the end of July when we have this meeting or foundation dinner back at the college.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Thank you, Eugene.
Tyson Hill, thanks heaps.
Sweet, bro.
See you, buddy.